Hello, my name is Graham and I'm talking today about premature ejaculation being a gift. And the reason why I say that is actually quite simple, because if you are very trigger sensitive, it means that you've got a lot of feeling and a lot of really good things happening behind the scenes, and it's just a matter of getting used to being emotionally really sensitive and vulnerable. And in that place too, it'll change your way that your body reacts when you're in that place. And it's just practice, and it's practice like going into emotional intimacy in your lovemaking. And when you get to that point of being really, ready to nearly go over the edge, is to stop and take some deep breaths. And the reason why we do that is that the breathing will take the energy away from your genitals and breathe it up around through your body, and it's actually the beginning of creating full body orgasm. And remembering too that ejaculation and orgasm are two separate functions. Because they happen at the same time with men, we think they're the same thing. They're not. And a lot of guys that go through life coming a lot, that's ejaculation. It's not orgasm. And what we're talking about is actually building your orgasmic energy up. So you're surfing the edge, building up, stopping, taking some deep breaths, and then coming back down again, and then building back up, and stopping, taking some deep breaths. And it's like you're surfing the edge, and that's the quickest and easiest way to go from being really trigger sensitive into converting that sensitivity into orgasmic energy. Most men only reach a very small percentage of their pleasure out of their sexuality for this reason, and by simply building up to the point of just before the point of no return, taking some deep breaths, coming back down again, and then building up, having that surfing the edge. What will happen with practice is that it will separate the ejaculation and the orgasm feels like a full body heat, an intense sense of pleasure. It's a different sensation to coming, to ejaculating. And that's why our ejaculation and orgasm are two separate functions, and learning to recognize your orgasmic energy is what this is all about. And the more you can stop and build your orgasmic energy up, the less likely you are to ejaculate. And you can have both. You can stop at any point if you choose, and you can come, or you can just keep building it up and decide not to come. There's a lot of theories out there about how often a man should come, and my personal opinion is you choose. You work out what works for you, and by noticing the difference between ejaculation and orgasm, you can then work out for yourself how often you want to come. And every time, it's like putting money on your credit card. Every time you go into this place and you surf the edge, every time you go up and then come back down again, that's like putting money on your credit card, so that when you do decide to come, you will have more pleasure, more orgasmic pleasure in that ejaculation. And by surfing the edge also keeps you back from the edge of actually coming. And that's how you learn to last longer. And as you're learning to last longer in that process, taking note of the difference between your ejaculation and your pleasure, the other side of your pleasure, which is your orgasmic energy. And the more you focus on your orgasmic energy in this place, the more chance you have of becoming multi-orgasmic. And your experience is unique, but every man has this. Every man has the ability to become multi-orgasmic. It's not out there, it's not some mystical skill to learn. It's already in you, it's implanted in you. And by surfing the edge is the beginning of actually seeing the difference between ejaculation and orgasm, and understanding what your orgasmic energy feels like, and then learning with practice what it feels like to become multi-orgasmic. And if you want to know more information, just follow the links that are underneath this video to our website, to the pages on our website, and also to our newly released book, Coming Together, which you can purchase online through the website or Amazon. And it's got two very, very good chapters on this subject that goes into it in a lot more detail.